Dear brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I didn't understand all the language, but I hope that all the young people were as conscious as I was of the immense pride felt by the adults here in the achievements that are being rewarded. This is the immigrant story. Immigrants arrive, they may themselves lack education, may themselves lack certain skills, but they try harder than anybody else to ensure that their children and their children achieve the kind of success in qualifications and character that is on display here on this table and has been on display here in this stage. I myself am the grandson of immigrants who arrived in their bare feet on cattle boats from Ireland to Glasgow, where they then walked 80 miles to the city to the east in which I was born. And one of my grandparents, mashallah, lived long enough to see me elected as the Member of Parliament for the very place where their cattle boat had arrived. And so when we hear this rhetoric against immigrants, as if immigrants were somehow taking from the society rather than giving to the society and giving their children and their children ever increasingly successfully to the society, we should not be shy in replying that immigration is a normal and necessary thing. It's a blood transfusion for the society. And you've heard me say here many times, Britain has some accounting to do to the places from which the immigrants came. When the British arrived in Bengal, it was the richest place on the earth. And when the British left Bengal, it was the poorest place on the earth. And you don't have to be a PhD to work out what happened in between. So my congratulations to the parents and the children. And if you'll permit me, I want to say a few words in advance of Mayor Lutfur's arrival, in case he is much delayed and I have to leave to my next engagement, which is in a church and about Palestine. Mayor Lutfur and I will share a platform on Wednesday in Tower Hamlets in London with Ken Livingstone. Mayor Lutfur, Ken Livingstone and me have some things in common. One of them is that we were all expelled from New Labour for standing up for principle and standing up for real Labour values. And the second thing we have in common is that we, all three of us, then defeated New Labour in election after election, proving that our values were closer to the values of the people than those who were expelling us. I was one of those who campaigned for the creation of a position of directly elected mayor in Tower Hamlets. We started the petition that triggered the creation of this position. And I was proud to work for Mayor Lutfur Rahman in both of his successful elections. And just as you are proud of the children being given these awards today, You should be proud of Mayor Lutfur for his victories and for the job that he has done as Mayor in East London. The authority that he has built is a beacon throughout the country in the achievements, educational as well as other social and political achievements. There are no academies in Tower Hamlets. There is education maintenance allowance paid by Mayor Lutfur to the children to help them stay on at school to gain these qualifications, which we are celebrating here today. The schools in Tower Hamlets are in the top of all the leagues, whilst we in Bradford are at the bottom of all the leagues. I wish we had a council in Bradford like Mayor Lutfur Rahman's council in Tower Hamlets. But in any case, what he has now been subjected to is nothing more than a racist attack. They hate Lutfur because he has proved that Bengalis can win elections and can carry out the promises that they made to the people. So you should express your solidarity with him when he arrives today. We have to defend Mayor Lutfur and defend his council, and shame on those in the Conservative Party and the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats who have joined in this witch hunt against him. He's worth 10, 20, 100 of these other council leaders and mayors. And I'm sorry that he didn't hear me say so today, but you can tell him what I said. Wassalamu alaikum. Thank you.
Thank you, George Galloway. I would like to especially thank
Mr. Mayor. I just made a big speech. I just made a big speech in your.
No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a honor.
And we're speaking on Wednesday, yeah?
Yeah, you are. Ken's coming down.
Yes. Well, that was my opening words. I said, Mayor Lutfur, Ken Livingstone and I have two things in common. First of all, we were all expelled from the Labour Party for standing up for Labour values. And secondly, we all three of us defeated Labour again and again. Welcome. Welcome to Bradford. Welcome to Bradford. I've walked them up.